Honey, I need you. Every breath I take feels empty when you're not beside me. The palace walls echo your name, and even the silence seems to whisper your memory. You are the calm in my chaos, the light that softens my shadows. I do not need riches, nor crowns. I only need your presence, your voice, your peace. You are my heart's compass, guiding me through every storm. When I'm lost in the weight of the world, it's your love that brings me back home. I've worn many titles, faced countless battles, but nothing compares to the victory of being loved by you. So, my love, return to me soon, not for the kingdom, not for the throne, but for the man who waits for you with an open heart. For without you, even a prince is just a man searching for his reason to breathe. Every time the sun sets, I find myself looking toward the horizon, hoping that somewhere beyond it, you're thinking of me too. The days may be filled with duties, with people, with endless noise, yet none of it can fill the space your absence leaves behind. I have learned that true companionship isn't about presence alone. It's about the comfort of knowing someone's soul is entwined with yours, even when distance stands between you. You are that comfort for me, the thought that steadies my heart when the world feels unkind. When I walk through the gardens at dusk, I imagine you beside me, your laughter blending with the sound of the wind. The flowers seem dull, without your smile to bring them to life. The stars look distant until I imagine their light reflecting in your eyes. Everything around me waits for your return, as though the very air knows it breathes easier when you're near. I realize now that love doesn't need to shout. Sometimes it speaks in the quiet ache of missing someone so deeply that even silence starts to sound like their name. You've become the rhythm to which my heart beats. It's strange how love can turn the simplest moments into something sacred. A memory of your voice, a glimpse of the letter you wrote, the thought of your hand in mine. All these small things feel like treasures greater than gold. The crown I wear is heavy with duty, but your love makes it light. Without you, the throne is just a seat. With you, it becomes a shared destiny. People often tell me that a ruler must not need anyone, that dependence is a weakness. But they don't understand. Needing you does not make me weaker. It makes me human. You are the reminder that beneath every title and responsibility, there beats a heart that only truly lives when it loves. You teach me that strength isn't the absence of need. It's the courage to admit it. And so, I say it without shame or fear. I need you, not because I am lost without you, but because life feels more right when you're near. When I think of the future, I don't imagine grand victories or endless reigns. I imagine quiet mornings with you. I imagine your hand resting in mine, as we watch the first light of day spill into our chamber. I imagine your laughter echoing softly through the halls. Those are the moments I want to rule for, to live for. Not the glory, not the praise, but the simple peace of sharing ordinary days with an extraordinary heart like yours. Sometimes I fear that my words will never be enough to tell you what you mean to me. How do you describe something that has become the very reason for your existence? You are not just part of my world. You are my world. You have become the prayer I never knew I was whispering, the answer I didn't know I was waiting for. And now that I have found you, I cannot imagine a day when I would willingly let you go. So until you return, know this: the palace may sleep, the candles may burn low, but my heart will remain awake, calling for you. Every sunrise will be my promise, every sunset my reminder that love, no matter how far it must travel, always finds its way back home. And when you do return, I will not need words, for my eyes will speak what my heart has been saying all along: that you were never just wanted, you were needed, always and forever. The day I finally saw you again felt like the world had taken its first breath after holding it for too long. The air changed, the light shifted, and for a moment everything else disappeared. I had imagined this moment 1,000 times, but the reality of it was softer, quieter, more divine than any dream. When you stepped into the room, it wasn't just my eyes that recognized you. It was my soul. Every ache, every lonely night, every prayer I had whispered in silence found its answer in that single heartbeat of seeing you again. You smiled, and in that smile, I found forgiveness, peace, and home. There were no grand words exchanged, no rehearsed lines, just the silent understanding of two hearts that had missed each other beyond measure. The world could have stopped right then, and I would have been content. That's the magic of your presence. It doesn't demand attention. It commands it with the gentleness of love that knows its power without needing to prove it. When I reached for your hand, I felt the warmth of everything I'd been longing for. It wasn't the touch alone. It was what it meant, a promise renewed, a bond unbroken. Every challenge we had faced, every distance we had endured suddenly felt worth it. You see, my love, separation didn't weaken us, it forged us. We learned how to love without needing to see, how to trust without needing to hold, how to stay connected through the strength of faith. As the evening light wrapped around us, I realized that love doesn't truly return, because it never leaves. It only changes shape, waiting patiently for the right moment to be seen again. Looking into your eyes, I understood that our love had only deepened with time. It had grown roots beneath all the words unspoken, and when we met again, those roots blossomed into something eternal. In that moment, I no longer cared for crowns or courts. The world beyond us could have faded, and I would not have noticed. You have always been my sanctuary, the place where I could finally be me, not a prince, not a symbol, but a man who loves and is loved. And in that truth I found freedom, because the greatest throne I could ever sit upon is the one built in your heart. Now that you are here, I see the world differently. Every color feels brighter, every sound softer. Even the breeze seems to hum with gratitude, as though the universe itself rejoices in our reunion. I used to think destiny was something written by stars, but now I know, destiny is written in the spaces between our hands, in the quiet where your heart finds mine. And so, my love, I make this promise once more, that no distance will ever undo what fate has so beautifully woven. You are the pulse in my silence, the reason behind every prayer, the meaning behind every sunrise I see. I will hold your love not as something fragile, but as something sacred. For in loving you, I have found not just happiness but purpose, and that, my queen, is the kind of love that outlives time itself. There are moments when I still find myself pausing just to look at you. Not because I haven't seen you before, but because every time I do, it feels like discovering something new. The way your eyes hold light, the way your voice softens when you speak my name, it humbles me. For all my life, I was taught that a prince must chase glory, yet standing before you, I have learned that glory was never meant to be conquered, but cherished, and it lives in you. You have turned my life from a duty into a destiny, one written not in crowns or kingdoms, but in the simplicity of love. When I walk beside you, I feel a peace that even the silence cannot explain. The world may see us as figures of strength, but only we know the quiet fragility of hearts that have learned to love despite distance, time, and fate. You have taught me that love does not always shout, sometimes it whispers in steady breaths and small smiles. It is not loud, but it lasts. You have shown me that love is not found in grand declarations, but in the way two souls simply exist together, in sync, without needing to prove a thing. Every morning I wake and watch the sun touch your face, and I realize that heaven is not some faraway dream. It's right here, in the gentle rhythm of your breathing. You are not just part of my life. You are the reason it feels alive. I used to believe that a ruler's heart belonged to his people, but you have shown me that even a heart built for duty can still belong wholly to love. You are my peace after chaos, my stillness after the storm. You've taught me to love not with possession, but with presence, to see you not as someone I own, but as someone I honor. That is the kind of love I wish the world to know, the kind that does not demand, but gives, that does not fade with time, but deepens through it. My queen, you are not a chapter in my story, you are the story itself. Every path I walk, every dream I chase, every prayer I whisper carries your name like a blessing. There are nights when I look at the stars and wonder if they envy us, for while they burn from afar, our love shines quietly within us. It does not need to be seen by the world to exist, it only needs to be felt by the two who share it. And I feel it, endlessly, in every heartbeat, every breath, every thought that carries your reflection. The universe could take everything from me, and still I would be rich, for I have known what it means to truly love, and be loved by you. Sometimes I think about how far we've come, through storms, silence, and shadows, and yet, here we are, stronger than ever. That is what makes our love extraordinary, not its perfection, but its persistence. We have faced the kind of tests that could have broken others, yet we held on, not because it was easy, but because it was us. You have been my greatest strength, my gentlest truth, my forever home. And so I promise, even when the world changes, when crowns fall and time fades, my heart will remain where it has always been, with you. In this life, in the next, and in every breath that dares to exist beyond it. You are my always, my only, my eternal light. And as long as I live, I will keep choosing you, in silence, in chaos, in every lifetime the stars allow. Every day without you feels like the world forgets a little of its color. The palace still stands, the sun still rises, but something essential is missing. You. Your laughter was the melody that made these halls feel alive. Your presence the light that turned this kingdom into a home. I've tried to lose myself in duty, to find distraction in my responsibilities, yet no throne, no glory, no victory can replace the comfort of your nearness. You are the rhythm behind my every heartbeat, the unspoken prayer that lingers on my lips when I look toward the heavens. I've begun to understand that need is not weakness. To need you is not to lack strength. It's to recognize that my soul has found its reflection in yours. You are the calm to my storms, the peace that settles my restless heart. There are moments when I stand on the balcony at night, looking at the endless stretch of stars, and I whisper your name to the wind, hoping somehow it carries my love to you. And when the breeze brushes against my face, I imagine it's your touch, soft, reassuring, eternal. You have changed me, not by demanding it, but by loving me into becoming someone better. I used to believe that a prince must be invulnerable, unshaken, untouched by longing. But now I see that real strength lies in the courage to feel. You've made me brave enough to be open, to admit that I need someone not out of emptiness, but out of love. Because in truth, my world feels fuller when it includes you. You are the part of me that gives meaning to all the rest. I often walk through the gardens we built together, and every petal, every whisper of the wind reminds me of you. The roses bloom as if they still remember your touch. The fountains still sing as if trying to echo your laughter. Even nature itself seems to wait for your return. The birds, the trees, the sky, all seem quieter without you here. It is in those quiet moments that I realize something simple yet eternal. Love doesn't fade when someone is far, it grows stronger in the waiting. So, my love, wherever you are tonight, know this: the world may pull us apart, but my heart has never let go. I will keep waiting, keep believing, keep loving you as if each sunrise carries your promise back to me. You are not just someone I wish to see again. You are the reason I keep looking toward tomorrow. Honey, I need you not because I am lost, but because you are the light that shows me the way home. And no matter how far the journey, I will always find my way back to you.